Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today, PvE Hardcore, we have Operation Basilisk. We're going to start with Beer Gut Bill and his Tier 8 VBR. I am in the Tier 8 Premium main battle tank of the Challenger 1 Falcon, Grim Mike with the Ramica, 99, and Black Fox, 479, with the Tier 7 Warrior. Take a quick look over the Charlie Falcon. Got blow-off panels on the top of the turret there. Got all-around smoke launchers, which is very nice. So even if something tries to sneak up behind you, you can pop smoke and maybe not be spotted anymore. Now today, we're not actually going to talk about the Challenger 1 because, let's be honest, I've already done a video on the Challenger 1. You can go watch that. There's really no difference in the hull, except for this hull doesn't have the ERA package that the Tier 7 Challenger 1 has.
Laser throw forces loading dangerous materials on cargo trucks. They're jamming our satellites. We need eyes on the ground. Get in there and stop them before they get away.
Instead, we're going to focus on talking about the Falcon turret. The Falcon turret is a design from Kane Abdullah, the 2nd Design and Development Bureau. Say that 5 times fast. KADDB.
Secure each of the buildings to prevent further
In close partnership with the Mechanology Design Bureau and IST Dynamics of South Africa. The Falcon was first revealed in 2003. The turret is designed and intended to be used on the Al Hussein main battle tank. It's Jordan's Challenger.
Identify target.
However, the Falcon turret can also be mounted onto the Centurion, the M60A3, and the Chieftain as well. Not quite sure how it fits on the Centurion and the M60, considering that they are actually smaller vehicles than the Challenger. Chieftain, I could see that. I'd be very curious to see that, and I couldn't find any photographs of that. More or less, it was just claimed in the information. The turret has also been proposed for export as well. The Falcon turret is of a low silhouette and low volume, mostly because it doesn't have a packed crew inside the turret, with ammunition, gun, and everything else. It mounts the Swiss-made RUAG Defense Systems 120mm L50 smoothbore cannon. This gun can fire the NATO standard ammunition. The turret holds up to 17 rounds of ammunition and is stored in the bustle. The 120mm main gun is fed by an autoloader. Additional ammunition is stored in the hull. The turret also has blow-off panels to help protect the crew from an ammunition explosion or fire. The turret also mounts a coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. The turret itself is constructed with composite armor. However, the armor is modular. This allows the armor to be removed and replaced quickly because the armor is constructed in the form of panels. The turret is also fitted with the latest generation of thermo imaging, surveillance, navigation, and fire control systems. The turret is also fitted with an auxiliary power unit based off of a small diesel generator. The initial turret design was known as AB9C4 Falcon 1. An improved turret design was known as AB9C5 Falcon 2. Another turret is currently under development. This turret is called Falcon 3, and it's actually going to have the improvement in the Falcon 3 turret is actually an increase in how much ready ammunition it can hold. It's supposed to hold more than 17 rounds. And that's really all I have to say here about the Challenger Falcon, because we're just talking about the turret today. We don't need to talk about the Al Hussein or the Challenger 1 or anything like that. I think it's a very interesting turret design. Now, something I want to share here is the other night I was actually doing some research in the TTB, and I actually found out that they've been actually kicking around turret designs like this since the 1950s. So I find that very interesting that now the technology has actually progressed far enough that the turrets can actually be designed and used. To how much effect? Well, I really don't know. At least cost factor wise. Obviously the turret does work. We have the Challenger 1 Falcon in game. Challenger 1 Falcon is actually a real tank. As I said, the Falcon turret has actually been promoted for export use, things of that nature. We've also seen this turret on the T-14, and now in game we also have the M1 TTB, also known as tank test bed. And they all feature a turret of similar design, a fully automated robotic turret, so that way a crew doesn't have to be in it. This does have its benefits, and I would also say it's also probably got some drawbacks. Cost factor being one of the drawbacks. Also, you're relying on digital optics and cameras to do your viewing versus the actual physical eye or binoculars. Obviously, digital cameras and things like that can be damaged in combat. So there's some limited uses there. But also the digital optics also gives benefits. But there are also benefits that is also shared with a normal manned turret. Obviously it's got an autoloader. The autoloader has to be properly calibrated and aligned, has to be maintained, things of that nature, cleaned and whatnot. Otherwise the turret breaks down and fails. Now, other benefits I would say about this too is the turret can be kept small. As you see here, it's smaller than a regular turret. And also there's no crewman inside. So if the turret is hit and is penetrated and damaged, the crewman inside the turret should actually be relatively safe. So there's a benefit to that as well. Anyway, we're going to finish up the game here. As you can see, this is actually after the American Dream patch, which is 0.30, patch 0.30. And you're actually seeing a lot different vehicles than you normally would. This makes me ecstatic to see vehicles like the Oplot. I've seen the T-14 152 already. And I've also, in that process, have seen a reduced number of vehicles like the Swingfire and vehicles like the T-15. And it just makes everything seem fresh without going really far out there with like new maps and things of that nature. There we go, get a little bit of ram action here. And Black Fox snagged that kill from me. That's alright, I don't mind. That gets rid of that PTZ. There we go. Missed a shot on the BMD M2. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm so shit. BMD 2M. And we're just going to keep pushing. Pretty much going the tip of the spear here, leading the charge all the way. It seems like to me recently that the Challenger 1 Falcon has actually gotten a buff to its armor plating, particularly the lower glacis. I don't seem to get penetrated as easy as I used to. And actually I'm really liking this vehicle. The only thing that drives me nuts is its 9-shot autoloader. Sometimes sitting there waiting about 25-30 seconds, let's just say I start getting impatient. There's 2 hits on the M1A2. Gonna try and pop another one at him, which that was just a bad shot on my behalf.
Target down.
And I ran out of ammo.
Reloading.
So I'm gonna hit the Q key, reload my magazine. That's another thing I like too about the .30 changes. They've changed how different kits work. You don't need your field rebuild kit now to use for a respawn. You just pay credits while in battle. You're not using your field rebuild kit. God forbid, I'm so tongue-tied. Just to get ammo, which has happened to me many a times where I really took no damage and I needed ammo, used my kit, and then suddenly my ass gets jumped. And then I don't have my kit for hit points or a respawn. Very disappointing when that happens. Now they give you a free ammo reload, which is very nice.
Target immobilized.
There we go, immobilize that Terminator 2.
Identify. Hostile PC.
I'm reloading right now, so I can't make any shots. So I'm just taking spotting vehicles right now. Just about to reload. And there we go. There's shot number 1 on this Bradley. There's shot number 2 on the Bradley, and a teammate gets him. There we go. That M8 is dead after I popped a couple shots into him. My teammate grabbed that kill.
Identify. Hostile tank.
Ooh, I just had Terminator spawn behind me. So I'm quickly trying to juke and jive here. Looks like my teammate here has the T-15 Armada, so I'm going to worry about getting the Terminator 2 here.
Ammo up.
There's a penetrating hit. Oh, and by the way, I am using a full heat loadout. Just want to mention. Now, that was a bad shot.
You've done it, Black Company. We'll take it from
And there
here.
is actually the kill shot in the front track. And that is the win. So let's pull up the results here. So I would do 25,335 damage, spotted 14 enemy vehicles, and destroyed 9. Grab myself a target and a blue star and a supporting fire. And overall, I would be #1 for damage and #1 for spotting. So well-earned blue star in my book. But there you go, folks. That is the replay of the Challenger 1 Falcon and a talk about the Falcon turret. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for the next replay.